Welcome to the Healthy Metal Hippie podcast, where art and wellness collide. Well, hi and welcome back to the Healthy Metal Hippie. Today I'm really excited to be here with Lucy from Lucy Can Dance. Oh my God, I have so many things to say about you in a really good way because how do I start this? You make wedding dresses, all kinds of beautiful bridal gear for all kinds of brides. So welcome, and thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for inviting me.
So we met a few months ago because I was thinking I'm just going to get a wedding dress just kind of from a high street shop and just wear something that, looks wedding-y but isn't, and then I got something, and then I actually cried when it arrived, and I was like, I can't do this. And so my mom and I, she's in Canada, we started looking up kind of alternative wedding dresses that weren't in Scotland and, that actually kind of fit with how I feel. And then suddenly your page pops up and I went, oh. And I got your last appointment, I think, before you were closing to move to your new location, which I was very, very lucky. So, and now I'm sitting here ready to get married in a couple of weeks, with the most stunning dress that I have ever seen to fit with the most stunning men I have ever met. And, it's here, and I'm really excited about this.
I'm excited to see your pictures because you look banging. Yeah, you look so good, and I can't wait.
Thank you. Yes, there's going to be, it gets to go on quite a parade over the next few weeks, so I'm very excited about that.
As it should.
Yes. Oh my God, as it should. And you put so much love into it and so much care into it. How did you get started with creating bridal gear?
You know what? It's something I completely fell into. I never in a million years thought 20 years ago I'd be making wedding dresses for a living. But because I actually studied acting and singing at university. So something completely different. But I had a sewing machine and I loved kind of going to charity shops, getting horrible clothes and turning them into things to wear for a night out. So that's how I kind of started getting into sewing. And then after university, there was a dressmaker shop looking for interns, and I just decided to kind of go to that, and then got that, and then I learned to make my own clothes. Loved that. And then I kind of thought I want to make a business out of this. So I started Lucy Can Dance, and at the beginning it was everyday clothes. So it was kind of retro-inspired clothes, very colourful. And then someone asked me to make a wedding dress for a photo shoot. And then I made it, loved it. And then someone asked me to make one for them. Made it, loved it even more, because you get to, with everyday clothes, it's really hard with fast fashion to be able to make a profit on anything because people want stuff cheap. And it's so difficult. And the amount of effort and everything you put into everything, it's so hard. So when I got into wedding dresses, you could buy more luxurious fabrics. You could spend more time making things, making them more special, really thinking about every little piece. And that's what I just loved. And incorporating kind of my experience of kind of making everyday clothes and kind of combining the two into kind of more of a bridal fashion and something a bit different for people and not too out there, because you get really, really non-traditional wedding dresses. So I wanted to kind of be somewhere in the middle that has splashes of everything.
Yeah. Oh my God. Absolutely. The thing is, people go too often, just thinking about regular clothes and the price tag. Yeah, nobody wants to spend crazy amounts on your everyday clothes. But I have to say, when you invest in a really nice piece of clothing,
yes,
you can tell the difference. And people who say you can't, I think there's probably some things that is okay, no. But there are pieces that when you have a really nice one, you can tell the difference. Absolutely.
Oh God, and it's in your wardrobe forever and not just kind of chucked away. I do want to get back into everyday clothing at some point in my life. So one day, when I have time, it's chaotic.
And you're famous for your dip dye dresses as
Mm.
well. Is that like, I don't know, they're really, really beautiful. We know mine wasn't dip dyed,
We'll see.
um, but they're beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah. I think a lot of our brides come that don't like traditional. We do get a lot of people that are a bit more traditional that come here anyway. But it's that thing of no one's used to wearing white, and the thought of finding an all white outfit can be quite daunting for a lot of people. So it was adding a splash of colour somewhat, and it's nice to be kind of bridal on top, party on the bottom.
I actually never thought about that too. Like
Mm.
party on the bottom, bridal on the top. That's
Mhm.
actually that's so true. And I mean, and just all the colors, like they just, I don't know. I don't wear a lot of color to start with, which is why I had to go for black, of course. But pretty much every day I'm just wearing black because I feel comfortable in it and it
That's the
makes me
thing.
happy.
And that's what you should be on your wedding day. I feel like some people think that to be a bride, you have to be a certain thing, but it's always about being the best version of yourself, whatever that is. So if you wear black on your wedding day. Don't wear white and feel like it's not you, because you'll look back at your wedding photos and be like, who the hell is that? Yeah.
Exactly. For the people who don't know out there, I am actually getting married for the third time. And actually, the one that I don't have any second guesses about. First of all, I think there's judgment around that and not being a first wedding or things like that. But I also, in so many ways, this is more special to me and more like just wonderful than anything I've ever experienced before. And it's also it has been quite a journey of this kind of exactly as you say, finding yourself and then feeling really comfortable with who you are, comfortable enough to say, actually, no, I'm going to wear black to my wedding. I'm not going to wear white. I'm not going to listen to, well, you're getting married. You have to do this or you have to do that. Because I think we get really caught up in all that, like have to follow the rules. But it's like, who made these rules?
They're ever changing. Go back like 100 years, weddings would be completely different. So it's all about doing whatever is right for you and whoever you're marrying. Yeah. And not letting anyone, family members or anything, get in your heads and tell you differently. Because I've seen a lot of appointments kind of be changed by like a mother-in-law or a mother or a friend that's really outspoken and is kind of trying to derail or change the perspective. Because some people, like if you say you're getting married in black, they're like, oh my God, you can't get married in black. But they can't envision the whole wedding. They can't envision all your decor, your accessories, the flowers and everything, the venue. Because once they see that all together, they'll be like, oh my God, it works. And this is the most amazing thing they've ever seen. But they can't get that in their head, I think. And it's hard for a bride, but you got to stand your ground.
If you have people coming into you like that, how do you deal with that then? Yeah,
I try not to get obviously too thingy, but I do kind of when I'm in the change room with a bride, might be like, you need to get what you want. And I am quite, to be honest, I think after the years, I'm more outspoken than I was at the beginning. I just make the bride see that you've got to do whatever you want, and it is your wedding. It's no one else's wedding. And I think people do get on board towards the end of appointment usually.
Which is a relief.
Yes. I mean, there have been a few cases. Well, mainly I've had bad cases where I've wanted to punch a few mums where they've said like horrible things about their daughter's weight and things and stuff like that. And I can't take that. That's the worst thing. Like people try and bring them down when it's meant to be a day about them finding something they love. And yeah, that's the worst thing in an appointment.
I think that's it too. You want to feel the most beautiful that you have ever felt. And if you start that experience with somebody going, yeah, well, maybe you should lose a little bit of weight.
Yeah, like that'll look nice once yeah.
You might be cuter if you just lost a stone or two. Yeah. It's like,
yeah, it's awful.
Come on. If there was constructive feedback, maybe like, hey, why don't we like lighten up that shade of whatever color that would really complement your eyes.
Exactly, yeah.
That's a nice thing to say. That's good feedback. That's
Good
stuff
feedback,
that's
yes.
helpful.
I mean, most is good. You get a few little people. That's my favorite part of the job is kind of when you get a nervous person coming in who really can't envision themselves in the wedding dress, or they're just really worried about their body and if they're going to like themselves in a wedding dress, because there are a lot of bridal shops that only stock tiny sizes.
Yeah.
So it's the best feeling when someone comes in nervous and then they leave and they're so confident.
Do you think that's a big reason why people are drawn to you, because you're very inclusive for all sizes, shapes, and however the couple is, anything? You're just really welcoming, really non-judgmental. I think it gives people a safe space to come to.
I hope so. Yeah, that's really what I want, is because you hear so many horror stories from other bridal shops of snooty people, being horrible, saying like, oh, and have nothing in your size, or da da da. And it really makes people feel bad. And just some bridal shops, only stock in small sizes, or when they show real weddings on their social media and websites and everybody is a certain size, it's about representing everybody. And because it must be horrible looking for a wedding dress but not seeing yourself in any of the models and then being like, will that look good on my figure? I don't know. So it's always been nice to have a relaxed space, because I'm quite relaxed and I don't want any pushy sales. Like, whoever is doing appointments gets trained to the max, to exactly how I like to do it. And like, the girls who work for me are amazing and they're just the friendliest people. And it's kind of like just meeting your friends, I feel like, at our place, and just making everyone feel welcome.
It absolutely is. And not to mention the bright pink decor and the leopard print and the shag carpets and the cowboy western and pink everything. It makes you happy in there. And you walk in and, like, even though I don't wear a lot of pink, I love pink though. And, but you walk in and you're just like, oh my God, I feel fabulous just coming in here. I think that's a big draw too. My sister, even when I showed her some of the photos, everyone's like, I need to check this out. Everybody loves it. So, but it's cool because I think that it builds like a reflection of who you are as well, and that you are bright and energetic and creative, and it just is totally reflected back in your space. And I think that's really important.
Yeah, I love a bit of interior design. If I could be in another life, I would like to colour every wall pink and cats, cowboys, Everett's, discos, anything.
I love it though. That's how it should be. It's comfort for you. It's safe space for you.
Yeah. And, some people, they might be like, oh my God, that's a lot. But I feel like life is too short to be dull. You've only got one life and it's meant to be fun.
The other thing that you do that I think is so cool, because I've never seen anybody else offer like 2-piece bridal sets or pantsuits or like jumpsuits as a bridal set. I was just like, oh my God, this is just amazing. And the skirts and the tops and the trousers and everything, like, it's nice because, I mean, I love dresses now, but I didn't used to love dresses. And I think there's a lot of women out there that feel the same way. There's just, don't feel comfortable in it for whatever reason it might be. So you give all those options. Yeah,
I think a 2-piece really helps people feel it's a much more relaxed look. It doesn't feel like, oh my God, I'm wearing a dress, because it's like, no, I'm wearing a 2-piece. This isn't a dress. And it's less scary, I think. And especially the trousers part. So if you really don't like wearing a dress, then you can put it with trousers. Because were you, I'm in an hour in between the black 2-piece, was it? If I can remember rightly, and the one you've picked.
Yeah, because I was looking at the black 2-piece with the skirt and the top, and then I still had to buy the top because, God, it was so nice. I was like, this is literally everything I've ever dreamed of in this kind of top, so I still need that. But then I also need a wedding dress. I feel just too excited about this because, since I discovered you, I have been obsessed. And so I feel a little bit like I'm all over the place, but that's It's
Oh.
fine. The last thing I'll mention at the minute about the dresses is how, versatile. So you have all these different lace covers or assorted different like overlays that you can put on with your dress or with your skirt, or just have them as shirts, and they can be 100% customizable to everything. That gives so much extra life to a dress too. And you told me that when we met that you don't want your dresses to just live in the loft after, which so many people, what do you do with it after you get married? They go in the loft, but not your dresses. No.
They're too beautiful for the loft. I just can't understand why you'd spend a lot of money on a dress that you fall in love with, that you love, and then you wear it once or maybe twice if you've got a 2-day thing, and then it goes up in your loft forever, probably till later, like years later, and you think, oh, let's get that out. When you can put it in your wardrobe and let it live another day and change it into something that you can enjoy and wear it again, again, again. So we love to alter the dresses so that you've got a new amazing piece to just go in your wardrobe.
Yeah. And I think mine, I'm actually just gonna wear that slip dress around all the
I was
time.
going to say that looks lovely on its own, so I feel like
Because
you're fine.
holy cats, I'm like, this is the nicest dress I've ever owned. And it's just stunning. And I'm like, I need a whole bunch of like really nice shit to go to so that I can just wear it. I actually am planning to take it on our honeymoon.
Oh, nice.
And so, because I'm like, that would be like cute date night dress too, if I want to feel very elegant and stuff.
Yeah, especially the split. Yeah,
Yes,
with some nice heels.
exactly. That's my thought. But I love that you have that ability that people can even bring it in and rework it and make it just, for everyday use, for whatever they need it to be. You always carry, I guess, you carry that love with you in a way then.
I feel like getting to wear it and then having that kind of cheeky look on your face, like, this was my wedding dress. And now I think it's just, it gives you a lot of confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. I know, well, before we started recording, I was talking about that reel that you have pinned at the top of your Instagram account where, unfortunately, your partner was cheating on you, your husband, and you reworked your dress into something new that you could continue to wear. And do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, strange. What do you do with your wedding dress? As a wedding dress designer as well, because that dress obviously is very important. I spent a long time designing it. And then after they were caught with another woman, it was hard thinking about that dress because it's not the dress's fault that he was a massive prick. So I just think, what do I do with it? To be honest, Lily Allen's album came out a few weeks after everything happened.
Oh.
And it was the most therapeutic thing ever. And it kind of gave me that thing of awful things have happened to her, but she's turned these things into kind of a revenge, feeling good for yourself, its own kind of therapy of talking it through and letting it out. So I thought I was going to do the same thing for my dress. So I decided to change it into a completely new outfit, change the meaning, turn it into something that is now not for us and it's just for me. So it was just cutting the skirt off. I felt like it gave me a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, as it would. That is like, I don't know. It ends up being a perspective shift where you can take that horrible situation and turn it into something that's positive for you and gives hope to other people when they see things like that too. Like sometimes things just don't go as we expect them to, but it's how you approach it and it's how you move past it that's what makes the difference. And you made this adorable dress out of your dress, and I hope that you go out and party in it and feel amazing.
I did.
All the time.
I wore it to my new studio opening party. I thought that was good to get. And I did go and see Liliane perform that album last night, and I was going to wear it, but it was so hot that I would have melted in sequins. So I could not wear it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it will, any chance I get, I will be wearing it out with pride.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah, it feels amazing. And it was, to post that video, I'm not usually one to talk about my personal life, especially on like my business page. So it was weird to kind of bring that out, but the response was incredible and also horrifying, because I heard so many other people's stories about what's happened to them and about them wanting to change their dresses. So now I've been having Zooms with other people who've been through the same thing. It's been lovely. And then they've been coming in, and my next point is I want to turn what's happening into like a YouTube show, where people come in, and then I interview them, and then we change their dress for them and listen to their stories. Because I think it's nice to show other people's stories.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
You have to do that, because again, it gives hope to people, and it's like it's life-changing stuff, right? And that is about storytelling. That's where we connect, and that's where we make impact.
Yeah. And if you can help someone feel a bit better about themselves in a dark time, then it's worth it. So yeah, just trying to work out logistics and money and whatnot you need to start a YouTube show, but that's what I'd love to do.
It should actually just be on regular TV at some point too.
Oh, I would love that. I did message some TV companies, but it's very hard to get in with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, you're not allowed to pitch, apparently.
Oh, right.
But I've sent many emails, but yeah. But I thought I'll go it on my own.
I might be able to help you, by the way. And so I'm like, let's talk. But
yeah, I just think it'd be a most amazing show, a transformation, like the repair shop. But
yeah, I was thinking that, I don't know if it was really on over here, because it was like a thing on TLC in Canada, and I think it was actually an American show, but what not to wear. But it'd be nice, and it'd be like, they wouldn't be mean to people, right? Because they weren't very nice to some of the people. And so this would just be beautiful and uplifting, and it has to happen.
I know, that's why as soon as I thought of the idea, after I heard all the people's stories, I was just like, these stories need to be told. And it doesn't even have to all be heartbreaking stories as well. It can be uplifting stories of people wanting to change them into other things. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And yes, and the repair shop too. There's always such beautiful stories behind all of the things on there. I really like that show. Now I'm thinking about YouTube, so I need to stop thinking about YouTube. And this is like the ADHD problem, where you're like, oh wow.
And a creative brain, I feel like you're constantly doing things. Yeah.
There's constant everything going. Yes. But that's okay. So after you went through that experience, was it, found out that your husband's cheating and everything, and was it hard for you at work for a while?
Yeah, it was. It's quite hard because obviously everyone coming in is a very, very happy person about to get married and all smiley and happy. So it was quite exhausting, kind of putting on a happy face and trying to get there some of the times. But also it was great because when I'm in appointments, I kind of forget everything that's happened to me, and you're so into what is happening in this person's life, you kind of forget what's happening. But it was very hard trying to run a business, which also is really hard in this day and age anyway. For anybody running a small business, it's hell. That, and having two very young children as well, and having to deal with all that. It was a lot. But luckily I had lots of good friends and family around me to kind of keep me up.
But it's nice, like, I can understand for sure. You had your heart broken, and then you're just surrounded by love every day. And maybe that would just be healing in a sense as well. Like, just like you say, that it was at least a nice distraction.
Some people I did talk about it with in appointments. And then I remember a few people being like, this is my second wedding. Like, the old person was awful. Got rid of him, and now I'm falling in love with the amazing person. So in a way, it kind of even though I was like, I hate all men and everyone, it was a kind of a reassurance that you can find it again, but even better because you know what you don't want and you'll be looking out for the things you do want now and the qualities you need and the things you will not stand for.
That is the truth. I don't know. I can understand too with having small children. I know when I got divorced the first time, my son was quite young. He was only about a year and a half. I just remember packing boxes and explaining to him everything was going to be good, and that was tricky, and it's never easy to balance. And yeah, especially then you've got your own business, like you say, and everything else. It's like, it's a weight sometimes. But it just shows you at the end of the day how resilient you are and how much you can withstand and work through.
Yeah, I feel like there's no other option. Can't buckle, otherwise everything will collapse. So you've got to try to keep going. I started songwriting as well, which I haven't done in years. And that helped me a lot, just writing everything down.
Writing is so healing, and music is so healing. And just like it all kind of comes together and puts your little pieces back, like, in a better way than they were before.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's also, I think there is a lot of like growth and self-discovery that you go through during those difficult times.
Especially I found that after becoming a mother completely turns you on the head and you don't know who you are anymore and everything's changed and stuff like that. So yeah, doing that and then having that was hard. But now I feel more like myself than ever. I feel like now I'm out. It's a good feeling to be back to the old me.
Yes, new and improved. Was there anything specific that you did to help you on that path?
I think I went back to the things that I used to love that I haven't had time to do for years. Or I think when, becoming a mother and running a business, it's quite hard. Like when your kids have gone to bed, I'm not just chilling, I'm probably working or doing little things like that. So I went back because I used to be in a band and I love to sing. So I went back into, not in a band, but I got my ukulele out and started singing songs again, and that made me feel good. And then, getting all my old clothes out of the loft as well, because sadly I lost about 3 dress sizes in about 2 months from just stress, which is horrible. But one silver lining, I got into all my clothes that I loved. So we were talking about fast fashion, and there are so many amazing kind of vintage pieces that I've had that I've loved and managed to get back in them. So I kind of felt like my old me, got the music back, got my clothes back. And I never had time to myself when I was in a relationship, but now I have like 2 nights to myself. So I can see my friends, I can socialize and everything. So it's done the wonders to my mental health, being able to have that break. Because I feel like that when you don't have a break, you just get burnout and your mental health just suffers. Yeah.
People don't talk about that enough. As you know, when you're in a horrible relationship, it always tends to be that everything falls on mom more than it would if things were kind of like balanced out. And I remember I had a talk with one of my bosses, like when my son was young, and I was working like 16-hour days for this company, 'cause I was kind of on call all the time. I'd come home and I'd work and I'd be like, yeah, here's some dinner. I need to keep working for my son. And, I said to the boss one day, I was like, I have like maybe an hour to myself a week. And he was a parent. I think he had 2 kids at that time. And he's like, what? What do you mean? And I'm like, oh, for God's sakes, like, just go help your wife, damn it. Like, because you don't have the time. And if you get a time, you're too damn tired to do anything with it.
Yeah. It's sad, but I feel like it's such a big thing from going through, I did and research and stuff, the amount of people where the parenting mum, all the things they have to remember, like the giant list of things they have to remember to keep the house and the kids and everything running, and the amount that the dad has to do is insane. I think that is what really ruins relationships, and then starts the resentment, which then builds everything up, because it's just not fair at all. Yeah, it kills things.
You have the times where that they have one thing that they have to remember, like pick up the kids from school, and and then that doesn't happen, and you're like, you had one job.
One job, yeah. And the money, even if they do have a job, you have to remind them about the job.
Yeah.
Or they only do something if you ask them to do it, and they can't think for themselves. But yeah.
Yeah, you see that. You see that far too often. I think you're right. And, and then there's that age old, like, oh no, maybe if we have a baby, it'll get better. But it doesn't.
No, it's like throwing a bomb into your relationship.
Yes.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. And I think, wow, maybe this is a good time to just ask if you had advice for like newly engaged brides. What would it be before they're married?
I think spend as much time with each other. Definitely go. I never got a honeymoon and things like that, but I feel like experience all the things together and build your relationship and your foundation up a lot more before you have kids, definitely. And talk about parenting styles and things like that, and how you want to parent your child, because I feel like having opposite ideas of how you should treat them or how they should learn, or like discipline and things like that, it can be that can be really hard. I think having completely different ways of doing things, and maybe setting out, because obviously no one really knows how to parent till you do it. No. And it's so hard. And I feel like maybe more preparation needs to be done for both of you. I feel like, to really get stuck in and know how to do things. But it's hard to prepare for it. But I guess trying to be a unit and be there for each other is the biggest thing. And the man knowing how much, like, being pregnant and labor, and like it takes, I think, like 2 years after birth to fully heal and recover from pregnancy and birth. Like, it took me a long time to feel good about myself and stuff like that. And I think sometimes men can't really understand that. It's hard, I think.
That's such a good answer, though. I think I'd probably say, if you have any doubts going in, address them before you're married.
Yes, definitely.
And I think you are 100% right. Spend the time together before you have kids. Enjoy each other. And make sure that in everything you work together as a unit. Like, it's so easy for everything to kind of fall apart if you're not a unit, right?
Yeah.
And that's not saying don't have your own lives, because
it's good to have your independence and have you time, because
but it is like when you're running the house and everything, and coming to parenting and your finances and blah blah blah. Yeah, work as a unit on that.
Definitely.
And yes, keep your friends. Always keep your friends. Ask me how I know. Oh, God. Yeah, it's the truth. But no, I think you must see so many different stories, different love stories, different brides. And I think there is something really beautiful about people sharing those really intimate moments with you, coming in for their dresses and everything.
Yeah, it's lovely. It is. There's so many that our customers, I feel like by the end we're such good friends with so many of them, because you've been taken on that special time, and you're getting to learn about their lives, and you're picking out and making the most special outfit, hopefully, of their lives. So it's really lovely to just be involved on someone's like special day. It's a great feeling.
And when you get your pictures back, well, your pictures, their pictures, when you get pictures back of your dresses on their big day, I mean, you've got to feel really proud of.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah. Just seeing there. Because I feel like I've had a business mentor who looks at my dresses and they just say, your brides just look like they're having the most fun. Like you can see some maybe more traditional wedding photos where people are trying to be kind of like pouty and perfect. But I feel like our brides are just having the best day of their life. You can see them frolicking around and being themselves. And I just think it's the most amazing thing, seeing their wedding photos. I love it.
And I think that drives home what weddings really should be about.
Yeah. It's not putting on a performance, not being like, oh, I'm getting married. It's about getting married to your favorite person and doing things for you and what makes each other happy. And yeah, just doing that.
You're so right. And I think a lot of people, you know, I know I had been stuck in the performance and this is what has to be done. And I mean, for cat's sakes, we're throwing a heavy metal show for our wedding.
Robert.
And I am totally over the moon because what would be a better fit for the man who writes the metal and the girl who likes it and then books all the metal? Then what could be better?
You've got to.
And I think it is like you have to be okay with just saying, this is what I want, and being firm in those decisions and with your boundaries around it. I mean, I feel, we're doing very untraditional, but I couldn't think of it being any other way.
It should be everything that is you. Yeah, it sounds amazing. I bet it's going to be a very good pie.
I think it will be too. I'm very much looking forward to it. Well, if you could give then one piece of advice to any bride going to pick out their wedding dress, what would it be?
One piece of advice. Well, I guess the main running theme of choose the outfit that is you. Don't be persuaded in any other way. But I guess we've said that a lot in the podcast. I guess a different answer would be kind of do your research before going to a place to make sure that you go to the right place that treats you the best, has the sizes you want, is the budget you want, because you don't want to go somewhere with a certain budget and a certain size and they don't have anything for you, because it's soul destroying. So make your experience the best experience it can be by finding the place that will have your dream dress.
I love that. Well, and thank you for creating my dream dress.
It's my pleasure, and I can't wait to see.
Yes. And when people are going to look you up online, where's the best place for them to go?
Either our website, www.lucycantdance.com, or on Instagram, I guess is our main social media. So that's Lucy_can't_dance.
That's wonderful. Thank you again so much for being here today, Lucy.
Oh no, it's my pleasure.
Absolute delight. You are wonderful and you're inspiring. And I feel so thankful that I found you. So thank you.
Thank you so much for asking me. It's been lovely.
Thanks so much for joining us on the Healthy Metal Hippie podcast. For more ways to connect, go to www.healthymetalhippie.com.